Marky boy with your big payout. How you feeling?
Yeah, good, mate. Good.
You must be on cloud nine right about now.
First.
Well done, Mark.
Cheers, mate.
Congratulations, mate.
Thank you.
So that's 2 accounts you have now.
That's what, sorry?
You have 2 funded accounts.
No, just the one. Just the one.
So what was the one that you did before then? Did you not have some? Yeah, like a month ago.
Yeah, that got, so I blew that one. And
you blew it up.
Started again. And passed it in April.
Oh, got it. And the goal. Did you have to pay to get a funded account, or you just trade it?
So it's like £300 to pass to go through the 50k FTMO.
Yeah, okay. Alright, cool.
Yeah.
Well, congratulations.
10% and then make 5% and then you'll get your payout.
Okay.
So was that on a 50k account?
Yeah. Congratulations.
Yeah.
So what was that, about 3 to 5%?
Yeah, I can't remember how it worked out because that's before they take their bit, isn't it?
Yeah.
But to be honest, I just see it as that was payday, so whatever was in it, I'm taking rather than having a goal. But I'm going to try and start.
Oh, well done, mate. Smashed it there.
Targets, yeah.
Is that just on gold as well, have you?
No, there's a few others in there.
Yeah.
A couple of currency pairs. Yeah. It's
Right, lads.
Hello, mate.
How are we, alright?
Yeah, good.
Fucking starving. I'm not eating yet today.
Mark's just showing us his big boy winnings.
Oh, yeah. Well done, Marky boy.
Thank you.
First of many. How are we, alright?
Good, mate. You?
Yeah, I love how chatty you all are. It's always good.
We don't normally need to talk. You do all the talking.
Hey, I've heard this a lot lately. I'm gonna fucking stop. I'm not gonna say much in these sessions anymore. I'll let Sam take them.
Mate, has anybody had these? Oh my god.
The shit, mate. Yeah, I was so excited. Mate, nothing beats.
Mate, are you
They're
joking me?
absolute dog, mate. Yeah, dog.
I tell you what's better than that. Have you seen them? Is it not the Twix? Not the Twix. The Milky Way Crispy Rolls are back, ain't they?
Are they back?
Are the Milky Way
mate,
ones back, or is it just the Twix ones? All right, P. I'm going to put you on mute, P, because you're very loud. I don't know who you are, but hello, welcome. We might have a few people that aren't in the community, guys, who are from the Telegram, because this is kind of for everyone. I'm going to ultimately edit this video down and pop it up as like a proper video, because I think it's a really important thing for us to go through today. It's just really how to use the signals. Let me just get my list of things that I want to discuss today. Just bear with me 2 moments. Where is it? Here it is. Okay, cool. Right, so I've got my list in front of me. So yeah, this ultimately is going to go out to the wider community as well. I'm going to pin this in the Telegram group as kind of like a how-to guide of everything that you need to understand about how to use the signals ultimately. We've just had a meeting with the one-to-one students to talk about some of the strategy refinements, and all of you are going to have access to those strategy refinements over the coming few months. The May Bootcamp people and the one-to-one students will be the ones who are learning the strategy refinements first. Out of that will come a load of recorded content that I can edit down into probably a new course ultimately that will come to you guys over the next few months. Those of you who are pretty savvy, been here for a while, you can probably work out the strategy refinements yourself. I know there's a few people who've been conversing with about it, but I don't want to just bombard everyone with it all at the same time. In the meantime, the signals will hopefully fill that gap whilst you are learning. Because look, let's be honest, right? The learning process is long and slow. I know that some of you have been at this for a long time. We all know how long it takes to become a good trader. And I would say the majority of us probably aren't where we would like to be in terms of trading results just yet. And it takes a lot of time. And I think one of the biggest things for me that I know I personally had, and I know that lots of you have had, is there's this like real desire to make money, right? Because I think you come into trading thinking that you'll make money quickly. Not get rich quick, but you'll make money quickly, like a bit of money soon. And the reality of it is that that doesn't happen for most people. You might make a bit, but you probably lose more. So, and what I've noticed from my years of coaching now is that desire, and through my own experience as well, is that desire to become funded, start making money, puts like extra layers of pressure on a trader that I don't think are necessary or helpful or constructive in any way. So Sam and I were toying with this for a little while, and we are finally in a place where we're happy and comfortable to share all of our trading with you. Not that we hid anything from you, but there was entries with the previous... I'm just going to mute you, Andrew. There was entries with the previous strategy as it was that weren't as... yes, it is recorded, Gary, thank you. That weren't as profitable or didn't have as high as a win rate as we do now, long story short. So it was really important for us to get to a point where we were 100% happy with everything before we started giving you access to our trades. And that's kind of where we are now, because the results we're getting are great. So we want to share this with you guys. But I think it's really, 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 really important to understand that the journey of you becoming a trader doesn't stop here. And I don't want anyone using the signals as a crutch. And that's what I'm genuinely really concerned about. Like, if you get to a point where you're so comfortable with the trade signals and you've got a 100K instant funded account, or you've even gone for a two-step fund and then passed it, eventually, at some point, don't know when that will be, I won't be here giving you signals. Might be a year away. I might die tomorrow. It might be 5 years away, 10 years away. But at some point, the signals will go, okay, in the future, okay? I'm talking about like into the ether, okay? And at that point, if you are not a competent, skilled trader, your income stream will disappear. So I think it's really, really important for everyone who is watching this as a student of Strong Money Forex that this isn't the end of the journey. This isn't like, well, now I'm just paying for a really expensive signals group, okay? I want you to understand that this is a helping hand to get you one step further than where you've been before and where other communities would put you. But your journey as a trader is to still to learn how to do this yourself. Now, I use a couple of examples like, hey James, I use a couple of examples like Matt, where is he? He's not here. Where is Matt? He was literally just on the last call. Whatever. Fuck him. All right. Matt, for example, he won't look at any of the channels until he's done his own analysis for the day. And he actually messaged me today. He said, one of the best things I've had, or one of the best feelings I've had recently is doing my analysis and then seeing that you or Sam has picked the same trades. Okay? And I want you to have that kind of mindset, because the aim here is still to make you successful and independent traders. And it's that old saying of you can...
Yeah, it's giving.
All right, Gary. Jesus, bloody hell, mate. Right? It's that old saying of you can lead a horse to water, but if you give it a fishing rod, yeah, it will fish for the rest of its life. You know what I'm saying? Okay? I can give you signals, and Sam can give you signals, but ultimately you need to learn to fish for horses yourself. Okay? Because if you're not fishing for horses, then when the horse eventually dies, there's no fishes to eat. Is everyone with me? Does that make sense? That makes sense.
You got that right.
You know what I'm saying, all right? Basically, don't get to a point where like, all these signals are really good, or making good money off the signals. I don't need to fucking bother, because you do need to fucking bother, okay? Because if I die tomorrow and Sam dies tomorrow in a horrible car crash, then you guys, your income stream disappears, okay? So it's really, really important to understand that. And I know I'm going on about this, but it is really, really, really important that you don't use these signals as a crutch. They're a helping hand, okay? And that's what they're designed to be, okay? So, first things first, Has everyone got the Telegram chat and has downloaded the Telegram chat and has got access to it?
Yeah.
Yep. Rob, are you and okay, so if anyone who is shaking their head, are you happy that you're just following through the Discord?
Fine Discord, fine mate.
Fine with Discord. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
As long as you've got access to them, okay? So I'm going to show you how to use them. All right, I'm going to show you how to use them. Let's load up this, and then this. I want that one. Close that one down. Open up this one. Okay, cool. So when the signals come through, they'll come through like. By the way, just side note, did anyone close NZD/USD when I said to earlier? When I hit like here, this one here.
No, not straight away.
No, did anyone close at that time?
I did, but it was about half an hour beforehand.
Yeah. So, Amjad, that's not the question I asked, mate. Did anyone close at this time? It's 13:26 when I put the post out.
Yes.
Yes. Have you had a soft breach on your account?
Oh no, I was on personal account.
Oh, fine, you're all right then. So yeah, I fucked up a little bit there, and I apologise. Okay, you're not allowed to close any trades within 5 minutes of a news event, but I haven't been soft breached, and I reached out to my guy at Top One Trader, and he said, "Oh, give me the account details," and there's not come back to me. He's left me absolutely hanging. I'm gonna chase him up now. Hi, mate. Any news?
Definitely a soft breach, that one.
100% it is, but it's not listed on my account, so maybe I've got away with it, but I don't know. Anyway, so apologies if that got you as well. Then I apologise, because what it does, if you get a soft breach,
What you say is that you don't get the money for it, right?
yeah, you just don't get the money for it. It's just a bit annoying, really, because that was like 80% of my profit I took off there. But whatever. Yeah, whatever. So yeah, when the trades come through, they're going to come through like this. When the fuck is it? Come on. Jesus Christ, I post a lot in here, don't I? Right, it's USD CAD, that one there. Okay, I'm going to come through like this. The only thing they're going to have is the pair, the direction, and then the stop loss. Okay, now your job is to get that trade on. It doesn't have to be as quickly as possible, but you don't want to leave it too long. Now, sometimes you might enter a little bit later than I post it, and it might do you a favour. It might actually be slightly in drawdown, and therefore you'll get a slightly higher risk to reward. Other times, it might do the opposite of that, and you might get in a little bit later, and you might have a slightly lower risk to reward. It should balance out overall. Every trade I take doesn't immediately go into profit. Like this one, for example, by the time I posted it, it had immediately gone into profit, but it did then ultimately pull back. So you can do one or two things. You can wait and see if the market pulls back into the entry price. The danger is that you might miss the trade and it might keep going, because we do take trades a lot of the time that will not necessarily pull back. They will sometimes just keep going. We use so many entry criterias that will happen a lot. Okay, so just be careful. So yeah, that's one thing. Sorry, my guy at Top One's just come back to me. He's replying to me now, so I should find out. So yeah, when you get the trade signal through, most important thing that you do is you take the trade. That's it. Take the trade, get the stop loss on. Now, there's various ways to work out your stop loss, okay? If you use the trade locker account that comes with the instant funded accounts, then it does it for you. Is everyone happy and okay and understands how to do that with the trade locker accounts?
The only thing I do want to ask is, I think you spoke about it last time, when you put it on by risk instead of size. Do you know how you do that on phone? Because I couldn't find that risk button.
Yeah, exactly the same way. So trade locker risk. I'll show you. Here you go. Right, everyone see that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's an old screenshot. That's annoying. Let me try and find one for you.
Chris, I think you sent me a video of it on your phone.
Did I?
Yeah.
All right, okay.
Send it later if you want.
Probably forward it on.
Where are you? Where are you? I'll be in here somewhere. Nobody look at my chat with Matt. Don't read it. Oh, come off it. There we go. Come off it. There you go. You can't read it. Sorry, he's just slagging everyone off, wasn't he? Where are you? Why can't I find you?
I'm still having. I missed a couple.
Oh, there you are. Bash. Is it this one here? No.
I think it was when you were still on holiday.
Chris, I just sent you a screenshot in Discord of it, if you want to look at it.
Is it not in the top of the prop firm channel that you created?
I don't know.
I've just sent you a screenshot, mate, so it should be there.
What, in here is it?
No, I'll send you a screenshot to your message.
Here it is. Here it is. Right, okay. Right, I'll show you. Let's expand it. Right, everyone see this? So this is how you set your risk.
Just thought I'd do a quick video on this just to make it really clear. So let's say I was taking a short on Euro USD. First thing you do is you open up the trade panel on the bottom right, this little arrow you can see here. And you want to click whether you're buying or selling. So we're going to be selling. You're then going to just click the stop loss button and not put a stop loss on. Now you drag this stop loss to wherever you want. And then you open up the little trade panel again. And then you click risk.
So this is the important bit. This is what people get wrong, okay? You've got to do it in this order. You choose whether you're selling or buying first. You then go back, you set your stop loss and set it to the level that... So what I would do now is, let's say this was a USD CAD trade, for example. Okay, you'd go to... I can't come out of this. You'd go to the signal that I've posted and you would drag this or type this in here to the, so you drag this thing up and down to the stop loss level that I've told you to do, or you can just type it in here, okay? And you type in what the stop loss is that I've set, okay? And TradeLocker does everything else for you. You then need to click this risk button, okay? If you don't click this risk button and then you change this risk, it will also change your stop loss, okay? Clicking this risk button locks this in its place. It locks this at this level, okay? That's the important part. So you click the risk button and then, well, I'm probably going to tell you what I'll do next.
And you change this bottom number to your risk percentage. So let's say I want to risk 0.5.
Oh, 50%.
You then go back and you'll see that your stop loss stays in the same place, but my 0.5 is now 252.
All right, does that make sense? We don't need to watch the whole video. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Yeah, you set the stop loss first, then you click the risk button, then you type in how much risk you want to risk, and your stop loss will remain the same, but your units will either increase or decrease so that your stop loss becomes the overall units that you want to lose if the trade loses.
So is that before you press buy or sell?
That's before you press buy or sell, Wilco. Obviously it is, mate. Come on a little bit.
I got a soft breach the other day because I put it on and then I was trying to set my stop loss.
Yeah.
But then by the time I set my stop loss, the
how long do you fucking take?
Trade disappeared and then I got a fucking email saying...
Yeah, you will do. You've got like, I think you're like 3 minutes.
3 minutes?
Yeah.
It fucking wasn't that long.
Or maybe a minute. I don't know.
Unless I went back to Telegram to find out what the stop loss was and delayed it a bit.
Yeah, do it. I try and do it at the same time. I would.
Yes.
I would. And like I said, there's no point in sitting there panicking and be like, oh my god, the trade's going to go without me. Like for 10 seconds extra to get the stop loss on and not get a soft breach, you'd be fine. All right. I'll then usually send up a follow-up post with the take profits on, okay, once I've set them. The most important thing for me is getting the trade on. I'll then finalize my take profits then, okay? I've always got an idea of the profits, but I don't know what they're actually going to look like until the trade's on in most cases, okay? If you ever get a trade through like the NZD trade here that only has one take profit on, that's because I've probably only got one take profit. I know a couple of you said, what's take profit 2 at the moment? If there's no take profit 2 on there, it's because there's no take profit 2. I might take some profit off on the way down, but I'm probably going to take everything off at that low, okay? So that's kind of how you use them. Hopefully that explains it. If any of you have had any issues with this, then just reach out to me. I can help you, okay? So a few key rules. Now, we want to make sure that we are keeping in line with the consistency score, okay? Now, in order to do this, I want you to reverse engineer it, okay? I want everybody to be aiming for about 6%, 5 to 6%. Let's use 6% because that's the number we keep talking about, okay? I want everybody to be aiming for about 6%. The important thing now is we put money in your pocket. It's not about running up to 10, 15, 20%. Prop firms don't like huge payouts, despite what they tell you. They don't like it. You might do it perfectly legally, but if you try and claim a 40% payout for a prop firm, you probably have some issues with it. So small but regular payouts is the way forward, which is what these instant funding accounts give you the ability to do, okay? Whatever percentage you're aiming for, okay, you want to be dividing that by 5, okay, because you have a 20% consistency score, okay? You can read up on what the consistency score does, okay, but basically this. A single trading day cannot be greater than 20% of your overall balance. Okay, a single trading day, so your biggest trading day that you've had on the account cannot be greater than 20% of your overall balance. Okay, the reason why they do this is because they don't want people YOLO trading. They don't want you taking a trade, putting fucking 5% risk on, it moving 5 times in your direction, you making 25% on one trade, and then trying to get 25% out of them because you're gambling. Okay, they want consistency. That's why it's called a consistency score. It is quite tight, but bear in mind, guys, that most of you have got a 50k account for $200. Okay, yes, it's quite tight. Yes, it is. You know, there are other companies that don't do it, but they've given you 50 grand's worth of trading capital effectively for $200. Okay, just bear that in mind if you do ever get annoyed at it. Go to FTMO to try and get a 50k. Has anyone looked at what the 50k accounts are with other prop firms? They cost you about 1,000. Okay, so they're really, really cost effective. Partly because we've got the discounts and blah 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 blah. Okay.
Hey, how is that tight? If you're allowed, so I'm confused. If you allowed 20, if you can't make more than 20%, 20% of the day is massive anyway, no?
20% consistency score. So a single day cannot be more than 20% of your final balance.
I'm confused, but so I'm not doing it at the minute anyway.
So if your final balance was 6%, or let's use 5% just because it's easier, okay?
Right.
Then you can't have a single day that's greater than 1%.
Right.
Okay? Because then you'd be over a 20% consistency score.
So another way is if you did 2%, the max you would need to hit 10% to get
Correct.
your payout.
So whatever your biggest day is on that account, times it by 5. Okay?
Right, yeah, right, so, all right.
So the way I do it is I reverse engineer it. If I want to get 5% out of the account, then I'm going to take 5%, I'm going to divide it by 5, that gives me my 20% consistency score. It means that I can't have a single day greater than 1%, okay? So on a 50k account, okay, 50k account, single day equals 500 quid, okay, $500, okay, which is 1%. So you can't have a single day of 1%. Now, the reason why I'm telling you guys to aim for 6% is because you will probably at some point go over that 1% by a little bit. You might get excited, you might leave a take profit on, and you might get stung by it, okay? If you're aiming for 5%, which at 50k is like a 2.5 grand final balance, so like looking like a 1,500 quid, 1,500 quid payout. It's a really good payout, okay, off 200 quid. Then my suggestion would be is that as soon as you hit 1% for the day, just close all of your trades. Close everything down. There's no point in going any greater than it. If you want to get money out of this, then close all of your trades down. Don't hold it and think, oh, I'm going to hold this like sometimes I will do. I'll hold it for the next day. You know, the danger is that you end up then having a massive run in the evening because Trump drops a tweet or something and you end up hitting a take profit doing 2% in the day. Now you've made your job twice as hard. Because now you've made 2% that day, you can't do anything about it. You've now got to hit 10% before you can get a payout. Okay, so it's really, really important for you to understand the consistency rule. It is really simple. Basically, whatever you're heading for, if it's 5%, divide that by 5, it gives you 1%. You can't have a single day on that trading account that goes greater than 1% in a total trading day. Okay, now that means if you go into drawdown, like if you go into like a percent of drawdown, okay, you can do 2% that day. So if you start the morning, you lose a couple of trades, you go down minus 1%. In the afternoon, you take a couple of trades, you go up 2%. That's fine because at the end of the day, you've still ended up on just 1% overall. Okay? It doesn't mean that you can't do 2% in a day, but if you do 2% in a day, final balance for that day, you need to understand that you have to now go to 10%. You cannot get a payout unless you hit 10%. So it makes your job twice as hard, okay? The way that I would suggest you handle your risk on these trades, this is what I do, so you'd be following along with me, okay, is you take two positions, each position is 0.25%, okay, and then you use the take profit levels to decide when you're coming out, okay. I would still take two positions on this one, even though I put one take profit, because you can maybe take some off, like we suggested when price was halfway down here. We took some off halfway down, and we've left the rest running ultimately. Okay, take two positions, 0.25%. That means that you never have more than 0.5% risk on. Why do you think I've suggested that sort of risk profile? Who can tell me?
Keep your account safe, I guess.
Yeah, keep your account safe. You've got an overall drawdown of 6%, so it means that you're 12 trades away from blowing the account. I will never have a 12-run loss, so if you blow the account because of drawdown, it's something you've done, not me, okay? But not just that.
Bank some profits.
Bank some profits. What's our average risk to reward? Well, what's my average risk to reward?
2
to 1, okay? So if I hit my target, then the maximum I can make on that trade, or the average I'll make on that trade, is 1%. Because if I put 0.5% of risk in total on, and I go 2 to 1, then I'm taking off 1%. Okay. So a couple of you have mentioned that you're doing less than that. A couple of you have mentioned that you're doing more than that. This is what I would suggest that you do. Okay, because it's built in line with the trades and the sort of targets we're going to be going for. Yeah, sometimes we might be going for a 4 to 1, but you'd probably only have a little bit left on, okay? You're going to follow what we call the 80-20 rule, okay? Which means 80% comes off at TP1, 20% you leave on for TP2, okay? Now you could, if you want to, you could put not a 0.4% trade on and then a 0.1% trade on, but it does come really confusing. So the easiest way to do this, I find, if you want to take off. So the reason why I do two positions like this is because I follow a 50-50 rule. You're welcome to follow that with me, okay? I follow a 50-50 rule. I take 50% off at TP1, 50% off at TP2. You're welcome to follow that with me, but if you want to secure profit and know that it's secured and take less risk, leave less risk on the table, then follow the 80-20 rule. I'll tell you what we'll do to make it easier for the maths. Let's call it the 75-25 rule for now, okay? 75-25, okay? And the way you're going to do that is you're going to close 1.5 positions at TP1. So you'll close one of the positions in full, and the other one you can close half of it off, okay? You can follow 50-50, you can follow 75-25. It's really up to you. If you're trading your own trades, I would always follow the 80-20 rule. If you're trading my trades or Sam's trade, you can follow the 50-50 rule. It's kind of up to you. Just really, really important that you take off some profit at TP1, okay? Now that kind of leads me onto one of the things that I do want to kind of talk about. The signals are just that. They are signals, okay? And I can give you guidelines on it. I can give you rules around it. I can help you as much as I can, help you manage these trades and get you as profitable as possible. But ultimately, they are your trades, okay? You can manage them however you want. I know some of you have messaged me, being like, oh, I took this trade off a little bit early, or I held this trade a little bit longer. They're your trades, okay? You're just following my guidelines at the end of the day. If you want to hold the trades for longer, you hold the trades for longer. If you want to come out sooner because you want to lock in the profit, come out sooner, okay? You don't have to do what I say. I think the only thing that I would suggest that you do is you follow when I get in, okay? What you do from there is really up to you. Like if you want to have a really good day and you want to hold the trade and you're feeling confident about the trade, then you're welcome to do so, okay? I'll tell you what I'm doing with the trade, but how you manage it once the trade is on is completely up to you. Okay, so that's kind of the point really. How you manage the trade is kind of yours. It's up to you how you want to do it based on what your risk profile is. Sometimes I'll take a trade and I might take half off and I'll leave some on overnight. You might not want to do that. You might want to close it off. That's absolutely fine. That's absolutely fine. Okay, it's completely up to you how you want to manage these trades. You might be taking these on a 2-step challenge. You might be taking these on your own funding, and therefore you might manage it differently. The rules that I'm following at the moment, because Sam and I are doing some recording, like a bit of a series for you, so you can see like the accounts and how we use them and get payouts and stuff. The rules that I've built and that I've gone through this evening are built around you using a top one trader instant funded account, okay, to go in line with their drawdown level, to go in line with their profit taking level, to go in line with their consistency score and things like that. If you're trading on a different account, you can trade it however you want, okay? They're your trades first and foremost. You know, we're just here to kind of open the door for you. You guys have got to walk through the door frame, all right? It's really important to understand that you can manage them however you want. For those of you who haven't yet got a top one trader account, the 50% discount expires tomorrow, okay? So if you are going to get one tomorrow with the final day, the standard offer at the moment is 30%, so it's quite a hefty discount. We do normally have a stackable code, which gives you an extra 5% off. For those of you who weren't aware, or I know some of you asked already, the 50% discount wasn't live technically. They made a mistake. They uploaded it by accident. And I said, well, look, I've rolled it out to my guys now. Is there any chance you can let us use it? And they said, yes. So that 50% discount is genuinely the biggest discount you'll get from Top One Trader. All right. At the moment, if you go onto their website, not using our link, it will come up as like the May special, which is like a 30% discount. Okay. So if you are going to buy an account from them, if you still need to get your account, then use the link in the group. If you haven't got it, message me, I'll send it across to you. And use the discount code. If you haven't got it, message me, I'll send it across to you. But you've got until tomorrow before that code expires. All right. I know a couple of you have got like a couple of those accounts in the bag. I think a couple of you bought 250Ks and you've got one there and one you're using and one spare and stuff. So, you know, you're welcome to do that if you want, guys. But yeah, again, use our link, because the more we use the link, the more we can get access to things like this discount. Like I said, no one's got access to a 50% discount other than us at the moment on Top One Trader. I've got a really good relationship with them. And it allows me to get more stuff, basically. I've got a load of free accounts that I'm going to be using over the next few months as well. So I'll be doing some competitions within the community for like free 10K accounts and stuff. So they've given me a chunk of accounts for free. And obviously it gives me the ability to fund you guys with your own accounts as well, your 25K accounts as well when you complete the mentorship. So there's lots of privileges working with a company like Top One. So yeah, if you are going to get an account, just do me a favor and just use the link, because the more business we put through that link, the more stuff I can get you guys later. All right.
Where is the link?
So how do we open more than one account? Is it just through our same email, or do you have to have different emails?
Yeah, just same email. Same email. If you want to get.
I don't mind. You can have multiple accounts with, and then they can do all right with that.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. I'll have
you can have us up to 300K's worth of capital with them on instant funding.
Copy trade with them.
Fucking right, oh.
Yeah, you just can't copy. You can't copy across to them. So you'd have to have like 3 accounts set up. And you have to take 1 trade, take 2 trade, take 3 trades. So it becomes a bit of a ball ache managing it all, especially if like we're moving stop losses and, you know, it is messy. I'll be honest, it is messy. But really, the point of this is a stepping stone. The whole point of the Signals Group is to give you guys the ability to start earning money whilst you're learning how to trade ultimately. All right. That's kind of all I wanted to say this evening. Obviously, over to you guys. Do you have any questions at all?
Yeah, mate, I can't find the link. Is the link on Discord?
Ah.
So Top One Trader link.
I'll send you the message now, mate.
I'll have a look. I haven't actually got one yet, but I've seen everyone's it. The only other one is, what's your advice on this? Because I haven't been able to catch all the signals. Is it worth me even doing it? Because obviously some days I'm just like out on the crane, so it's completely pointless. Like if I can't catch every signal, it's kind of gonna mess up the win rate of the strategy, isn't it? The way.
Yeah, I mean it's not great to. I've just put it in my channel there. If you click on the. Hang on 2 seconds. Let me just do this. Wait there.
How do you take partials up in trade locker?
Oh, hang on. Sorry, guys. I can't do 2 things at once. Right there. Paste. Right, that's there for you, Dom. It's in my analysis channel, right? Take partials off. You click. You go into the trade, and you click partial close, and then you change how many units you want to close. You have 2 options. You've got full close and you've got partial close. Rob, your microphone's gone all weird, mate. I can't hear you.
Does trade look like MT4, or is it just like completely different? Like...
Completely different. It's like trading on TradingView with a calculator built in. It's really, really good.
I'd have to have a look, yeah.
Yeah, use trade.
Can you get a demo on it, or can you use live?
What?
I'm sorry. Can you get like a demo account and use demo with it, or is it only for live?
No prop firm accounts are live. They're all demo accounts.
No. What I mean is, like, can you use your own demo, like use or Trade Locker just for prop firms?
Trade Locker is just a platform, so you just need to find a broker that uses Trade Locker as their platform.
Right. Yeah,
they do have a live. When you go to log in, you choose whether you're on a live account or a demo account, and that's caught some of you guys out. Just always select demo. If you're trading with a prop firm, it's always going to be a demo account. 99 out of 100 times anyway. I'll eat. Does that explain everything clearly enough, guys? Does that make sense? Does that leave any questions unanswered? I tried to make it as all-encompassing as possible. I want to start, I think this month's going to be great, okay, because I know most of you have only really caught on this week. I know a few of you caught the GJ trade on Monday, then we had a bit of an iffy Tuesday. Wednesday, we kind of redeemed ourselves. Today, we've had a good day as well. How are those trades looking, by the way? NZD USD is still running. Has anyone still got NZD or USD CAD still on?
No.
Is everyone closed out right now? I'm out of everything.
I've still got 20% running on the New Zealand one.
You still got 20% running? Yeah, okay, cool. That's not a bad way to do it. I think, if you caught everything this week, I think Amjad, you caught GJ on Monday, didn't you? Or did you miss that one? Yeah.
No, I didn't got that one.
You missed that one, yeah. I think if you miss GJ, you'll be maybe break even a little bit up. If you caught GJ as well, you're probably like me about 2-3% up also. I'm just under 3% up for the week so far, so it's been an okay week. I can't really complain at it, to be fair. I think when you have a week like we did the previous week where we had such an amazing week, it always overshadows it a little bit. But look, if I could guarantee you guys 3% a week, you'd all be very fucking happy, right? I'm still in Euro USD.
Definitely won't want you having a car crash, that's for sure.
Say again?
I said we definitely won't want you having a car crash, that's for sure.
No, I know. Just make sure Sam and I are never in a car together at the same time. Hopefully guys, this gives you puts another little string to our bow. I'm forever trying to make this community the best community out there. It's really important to me. It's really exclusive. I'm very pleased to say, thanks to Dan and Mark, the current May bootcamp, we've pretty much filled the spaces. I've not had to spend any money on advertising yet, whereas the last bootcamp I spent a chunk of money advertising to kind of get my name out there, and this current bootcamp we've done it pretty much organically, which is amazing for me. And I know you guys don't really care about this sort of stuff, but for me, this industry is really difficult. Like somebody like myself who doesn't live a flashy lifestyle, I always joke about the fact that I don't own a car. I drive my girlfriend's Nissan Juke around because I don't really give a shit. I don't have a Rolex. I've got this shitty little Garmin watch that's just like absolutely trashed to pieces because I train in it every single day. Train with it every single day. I'm constantly like throwing fucking barbells about and shit and bashing it. I don't wear designer clothes because I live in gym kit. I don't ever leave this room pretty much. I'm pretty much a prisoner in my own like fucking hell. Is trading hell? I don't know. It's not. I wouldn't say it's fun all the time. But for someone like me who doesn't go to Dubai and pretend that I have a Lamborghini, which is what most of these gurus do, it's really difficult to get recognition on the social media platforms because most of the traders that you guys will see are the big traders are living that very lavish lifestyle, and then they'll charge you $8,000.
I don't think any of them can trade in it.
Exactly, they're charging you $8,000 for a boot camp, and they've got 1,000 people in their community. That if they're making that much money from fucking coaching, then they're not making any money trading ultimately. So, it's been a real honor to bring in these new guys for the boot camp really organically because, maybe it's a bit narcissistic of me, but, I want us to be known as the elite. I want us to be seen as a template. I'm in the works with a company called CPD at the moment to get an accreditation as well. So you guys will be effectively accredited traders at some point soon. I just have to go through a lot of verification with them. They're basically reviewing our content, and you guys will come out of this with an being an accredited trader, like not a diploma, so to speak, but you'll have there's a governing body basically that decide if educational courses are worth the money that their paper that they're written on, basically. Not what I'm trying to say. I think I know what I'm trying to say. So I'm working with CPD at the moment, who are basically verifying that I know what I'm talking about, and it's good. So when we get that signed off as well, it means that once you guys complete the mentorship as well, you'll have effectively an accreditation, which is a really cool thing to have. And there's not many trading communities that do it. We are pretty much at capacity now, if I'm honest. I've promised you guys that when we get to a point where I can't effectively look after everyone, or I feel like my ability to look after one starts to dwindle a little bit, that's when I close the doors. And I feel like I'm there now, if I'm honest. I feel like there are times where I'm not able to come back to people as quick as I would like to. There are times where I just feel like the volume of people is probably about right now. Not that it's a problem, but I think it's about right now. And that's a great place to be. And once this boot camp's full, that'll be it from like a coaching perspective. We'll have people come and go in the blueprint, as they ultimately will do, because that's like a self-learning basis. Very little coaching in that for me, other than the team calls. But the one-to-one coaching side, this will pretty much be it. And I've always said that once those doors close, people won't be able to get in. I'm very, very clear on that. People won't be able to get in unless people leave. And well, look, in the last year or so, I think we've lost like 2 or 3 people, which is amazing. That's great. It means that, I'm doing my job properly and looking after you guys properly, which is, a great feeling. So, you are now the elite. You are within the community that I believe is the best out there. I know that we offer more value than any other community out there. I know we offer more team calls. I know that we offer better coaching. I know that we've got a better strategy than 99% of all the communities out there. So, you guys are part of that now, and I'm looking forward to making this year and next year for you guys, change your lives ultimately. If we can start doing it with the signals, if I can make you guys $1,000 a month with the signals, then that's a great place to start, right? And then from there, if we can then start turning you into effective traders on your own, then that puts us in a really great position. And I want Strong Money Forex to be known as the place to be if you want to learn how to trade. And the irony of it is that you won't be able to get in at some point in the very near future. But
get more coaches, won't you?
Nah, I'm not. I genuinely am not. I'm not interested in it. I think even if I brought on more coaches, Sam's the first person I've trusted to teach my strategy as well as I can. And that's because Sam and I have worked like on a one-to-one basis now for how long, Sam? What? 18 months, 2 years?
Yeah.
We speak all day long in the background. We're talking all day long. And, I've been through Sam with all the ups, the downs, the wobbles, the quitting, when he's gone quiet on me for 5 days. I'm like, where have you been? What's happened? Have you blown an account? He's like, and we know each other really, really well. And there's not many people I've met that I would trust with my strategy, but Sam knows it so well because I've just fucking ingrained it in. I've carved it into the back of his fucking skull. The amount of time Sam used your stop losses, Sam. Do you remember? Your fucking the amount of trades you lost because he would do like what we now need to. I think we need to call it the MSU3. He'd go with stop losses. I'm not joking. That were like sometimes he'd place stop losses that would basically take profits. That's how low they were. But yeah, I think look, if we bring in more coaches, it means that we bring in more people. That means that it becomes so much more of like a full-time job for me. I quite like the fact that I'm a trader during the day and I'm a coach in the evening. And I feel like we've got a really nice balance of it. I don't really want any more people to coach, if I'm honest. And I feel really lucky and really blessed that I've got you guys who I love working with. Like every single person in here, I absolutely love working with. Every single one of you is here after having some sort of one-to-one with me. I don't take on anybody that I wouldn't enjoy working with. And so, that as soon as we start growing that, we start bringing in bell ends, right? So we need to just make sure it's a bell end free zone. And I think we have got the right balance right now. Anyway, I'm rambling as I often do, as I've been reminded of about 3 times this evening. All right, so I'll let you guys go. If you need anything at all, you know where I am. Let's have a strong end to the week. We'll have a look what's there tomorrow, but as I'm on about 3%, I'm not going to be pushing or rushing anything. So if there's no signals tomorrow, don't at me, all right? Sam might have something for you tomorrow, but we'll have a look. We'll let you know. And if you need anything at all, you know where we are, guys. Just pop us a message anytime, all right?
Thank you.
Cheers, guys.
See you later.
See you soon. Bye.